Okay, didn't realize I was on starting soon for 11 minutes. Hello all! Welcome to Dragon Quest VIII. I kind of got distracted looking at things. And my controller is not on. That's gonna be a problem, probably. Yep. Knew it. Ah. Wow, we didn't even start yet. And we're already having issues. I kind of figured something like this would happen with this game, but... Nah. Hold on. Well, we were going to play Dragon Quest VIII. Unfortunately, not only has my computer been acting up a smidge, I'm trying to do something that I have not done in some time. So, and that is use the PlayStation 2. And, well, let's be real, I'm using a specific PlayStation 2 thing. That is probably using a lot of resources on a computer, so I don't know how this run is going to work. We're just going to boot the game back up. Now that the controller is actually on. It's amazing. Turning on a controller fucking crashed the system. Not the system, but the emulator. Alright, fine, I'm using an emulator. Whatever. But, I guess I can explain the game a little bit. Dragon Quest VIII is what a lot of people consider to be the Final Fantasy VII of the Dragon Quest series, in that it is the first game that really gave notoriety outside of Japan. I mean, it can be argued that 11 definitely has done that way more than 8 has, but at the time, 8 was the best-selling Dragon Quest game out there, and probably helped because it came with a demo of Final Fantasy XII on it. And as we all know, in America, Final Fantasy is king. Not quite so much anymore, but, well, not anymore. I mean, there's other JRPGs that people play now. But at the time, not many people played or knew what Dragon Quest was. This is mostly due to the fact that since the NES, only one Dragon Quest game was actually released in America, and that was Dragon Quest VII. And that was an incredibly niche game. Like, Dragon Quest VII, like, I loved it when it came out. I put over $200 into it, which basically meant I beat the main story and some of the side quests. But even I'll admit that the game is a slog, it's tedious, and it is definitely not for everybody. This is a more accessible Dragon Quest game. I recommend this one to just about anybody looking to get into the series. Usually a pretty good starting point, too, although I would... Depending on what you want out of a Dragon Quest game. If you want a more traditional experience, I recommend 3 or 5. But if you're looking for a... I don't want to say newer, because this game came out in 2004, but if you're looking for a newer experience, this is definitely the place to start. Well, I can't put Corgo down, but let's go with it. We can just go with Orgo. Now, I did start up because you may notice that the screen looks very, very crisp. I am using an HD texture pack, which was an absolute nightmare to try to get working because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I jumped into the game just to see if everything was working, but we're not calling ourselves A, so we're going to save right over that. And I'm hoping... What I was trying to do before I came on here was look at online to remember the skills and whatnot. I don't quite remember them that well, but you know what? I might just wing it and hope for the best. I know the specific things this will come more into play later, so you know what? I'll just talk about it later. That makes more sense. The one thing the HD Tech Pack does not give is FMVs. So we still gotta deal with the slightly blurry FMVs, but once that's done, and you get into the main game, everything will look crisp. Fortunately, the FMVs in this game there's not many. This is mostly due to the fact that the sprites look so good, they don't really need to do too many FMVs. And that was the other thing I gotta give props to this game. This was one of the most beautiful looking games of the time, at least in my opinion. It as far as like time frame in which it was released versus graphics of that time period, this and Wind Waker are probably my favorite games of all time in that regard. Naturally, games have come out since that look better than those, but in terms of wow factor and what else I was looking at the time, there was like no comparison. I mean, this is what I thought the game looked like back then. There was a lot of firsts with Dragon Quest with this one. There was the first 3D one. It was the first Dragon Quest with voice acting. There wasn't any voice acting in the Japanese version. This was definitely more old school with the Japanese version, where you didn't have the HD menus, you didn't have, well, I shouldn't say it. You didn't have the more modernized menus, you just had the black and white. You didn't have voice acting. You didn't have a synthesized score, which you're going to hear with this game. You had a MIDI. Just play it on the cell phone, and you'll see what it was like in Japan the first time it came out. And lastly, and you've already probably noticed, we're playing this PlayStation 4 version, not the 3DS version, because while the 3DS version is great as far as some quality of life improvements, I want the more traditional game. 3DS version, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I don't know, I prefer not having random encounters. I prefer not having a completely broken system with multiple characters. I especially don't like the fact that they shoehorned Red and Mori into the party, but... And Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS is also bloated. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't need to be there. But let us go on and take a look at the game.
It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer. Let's head into town. There's better places than this to spend an evening.
Yeah.
Shake a leg, Gus.
Don't have to worry about me butchering any voices with this game. I don't think there's anything in these.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him. Not that I can talk, though, eh? Guess people say the same thing about me. Working for you.
Yangus was my favorite Dragon Quest character for some time. Until Sylvando came in 11 and trumped him.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me.
There's actually not a character I can think of in this game that I don't like, because everybody plays their role pretty much perfectly. I mean, there's annoying characters, but they're supposed to be annoying, so you're supposed to not like them.
What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the
Can't say ass.
Enough.
Despite this being a T-rated game.
Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
Oh yeah, and they never say my name, of course. Yangus calls me Gov, and whenever my name pops up here, they just don't say it. And that is a face. That is two faces. And we start right off with the battle.
Here comes trouble, Gov.
This is likely a response to the criticism of Dragon Quest VII, where you had to spend about 2 or 3 hours actually playing the game without, before you run into your first encounter. So they throw it right at you in this one within the first 2 minutes. And it's 3 slimes. It's always 3 slimes. Now, you'll notice a few different options here. You have Flee, you have Intimidate, you have Tactics, which I won't be using. I used it with a few games, and in the newer games, it completely breaks the game in half, but a little more balanced in these ones. But I still like to choose my own options. Basically, you can change it so you can make Yangus follow orders, or you can tell him exactly what to do. We also have Intimidate, which basically makes the enemies run away from you, and they could potentially drop an item. Just fight them. You don't get experience if you do that. If you're strong enough that your Intimidate is working, you probably kill the enemy in a few hits anyways. Alright. And there you go. 3, medicinal herb. Yay!
Well, they certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh?
Fuck yeah.
Now, where's the princess? Where's my Medea? My precious one and only daughter?
The hero and Yangus looking very proud of themselves.
Ah, there you are. Thank goodness you're safe, Medea.
Oh.
Hey, hey, the horse princess is back. I say we make a move now, before it gets dark.
When actually you gotta voice the NPCs that don't actually have voice acting, I don't think I'm gonna try that Cockney accent. That'd be really, terrifying. And we got another FMV. So, blurred video it is. I could speed this along, but, let's just enjoy the music. I can talk a little bit more about the, game or the series in general. So yeah, I mentioned earlier that this is pretty much the Final Fantasy VII of the series. It is the first one in America that really got some notoriety. I think it was the first one ever released in Europe. I don't remember if it was this one or a later version of it or not, but I feel like it is the first one that was ever released in Europe. Which is a shame because missed out on a lot of good games. But yeah, the series was somewhat popular on the NES, but Final Fantasy kind of took over in the West, as they say. Even on the NES it did. The biggest issue was the fact that 5 and 6 were never actually released in the West on the Super Nintendo. I think there was some kind of copyright thing going on with it, so they didn't release it. I don't remember the exact details. I'll have to look them up. But everybody's suspicious of us. Possibly. No, they are. But yeah, there was some kind of copyright details, I believe, or it was just that Enix didn't think that they would sell, but I don't know why they didn't. It's not like Enix games weren't selling in America. And we are at our first, and the game quality is phenomenal again.
Yes, yes, here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dalmagus we was after.
All of this is explained in time. Don't worry about it.
I am not your Grandad. And of course Dalmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks. But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever. We must track him down and lift this confounded curse. Oh, just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dulmagus.
You meet him at some point, trust me. Both of them.
That's why it's imperative we locate Rylus. Will you go and find him?
I love how it defaults to no. Like, why am I gonna say no to him? I mean, you can. It's a but thou must moment. Regardless of what you choose, you're going to go find out about Rylus, so...
That's the spirit. I knew I could rely on you. I'll be waiting here.
You do that. And we go run off.
Oi, Gov! You weren't thinking of going without me, I hope. I'm the best there is when it comes to looking for people. It's the resistance, as they say.
And it immediately tells you how to save your progress, which is good, because... Oh, that's backwards. That's gonna take some getting used to. On the plus side, it's not an action game, so... But that's the one thing about Dragon Quest games, is they have no problem encouraging breaking and entering and destruction of property. Well, I wonder where Rylus could have lived. 4 gold coins. I mean, I'll have time to look around the town, but... okay, that's how you... Hold on one second, let me back out of this real quick. Yeah, I need to fix that too. Nope, not what I want. It's gonna take a little while for me to get used to the controls. That's better. I hate those games that don't allow you to change that. La 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 la, oh, we they say, or fading light of a day, or the embrace of night. How are father? It's just not flowing today. I apologize for trying to sing that. I didn't know what the rhythm would be. Oh well. So anyway, have you seen that smoldering ruin down there? The old man who lived there was killed in a fire. But who was it? Mystery and intrigue. And that is why you're encouraged to destroy things. You get items. Best way to get items in these games is just break stuff. It's such a pity. Pity, pity, pity. Oh, sorry, listen to me. That jester who was here before kept saying that, and it's become a bit of a habit. Ooh, a jester, you say. And this is where we save games, which we shall do. Wayward sheep of the great shepherdess. I don't know. Ugh. Welcome to this house of the goddess. How may I help you? I don't care what any of that says, really. I guess some things aren't crisp. Do you want to continue? Yes, we want to continue. It appears to be an old journal of some kind. The Great Risen finally reached Fairbury after a long and arduous journey. Welcoming such a great sage to our town is a truly unparalleled honor. Long may the sage and his descendants stay in the town of Bearberry. Huzzah! Hmm? Are you one of the congregation, my child? Bleh. Oh, you're new in town, and you say you're looking for someone. What? Master Rylus! Oh, almighty goddess, help these poor souls. Forgive me to speaking frankly, but you must leave this town immediately. Believe me, it is for your own good. She's getting very suspicious now. And I found a pot lid. That'll be very nice for our characters. I think that's locked, yes. So with this game, you also eventually get keys to unlock stuff. And our first one isn't going to be for a bit, so that chest will stay locked for a little while. I was gonna say, I think these are locked too, yeah. Yep, okay. Not gonna comment on what that looks like. I have a dirty mind, though, so... Hmm? Thought I heard a rap-a-tat-tat on my door. I did not. I already broke those. What am I doing? I like how I said earlier, I can explore this town later, and yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just exploring. 20 gold coins. Tavern that way. I don't want to go to the tavern just yet. I want to go here. Because as one does when you venture into a town, jump into their water system. Water supply. But for some reason they had a leather shield down there. Oh yeah! I can't beat a nice cold drink out of the water after a night on the town. Does it taste like boot? What's that? You looking for someone? Why don't you go to the pub then? There's nothing bombing or don't know about this place. Have I been in here? I've not. I saw it with my own eyes. The very night before the fire, it was. Rylus was arguing with that jester. He sounded mighty angry. Still up to your devious tricks, are you, he was saying. So devious. So now we are also learning that there was a jester that came through. We mentioned that Dolmagus was a jester earlier. 2 and 2. Let me oh. Equipment, this is what I want. Wait a second, hold on. Oh, it's been going in the bag. Everything I've been getting has been going in the bag? I know there's an... Oh, for the love of fuck. I know there's an easier way to go about freaking equipping things. How do I... Triangle. Why would it be triangle? Whatever. Dun, 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 dun. Just one act of work, really. Hits the spot. So, what do you want with me then? Eh? You're looking for someone? Get out of here! Why are you boring me with that rubbish? This is the pub! You're supposed to relax. If you're too tense, have a drink and let it all out on the battlefield. At least you know you can put your tension to good use out there. You know, if you psych yourself up enough, your attacks and magic become more powerful. So save it for fighting, alright? Remember, increase your tension by psyching up. Decrease it by having a drink. So yeah, he basically explained sort of how tension works, but we'll get into that a little later. Pretty much the crux of actually doing well in this game. Have you heard about the fire that we had in the town the other day? People are saying it was arson. Oh, that's a bit of a hot topic. We better stop talking about it at once. Better not talk about it anymore. Whatever, it's the same fucking meaning. He's a miserable excuse for a fortune teller, that Calderasha. He was famous once, you know. They called him the Great Calderasha. But look at him now. His fortune telling's gone to pot since he started spending every day in here. The only glass he stares into these days is the one he drinks out of. No, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I guess we ain't reading that. Scratching my hand.
Oh, I love seeing new faces. You're not from around here, are you? Is that little creature in your pocket a pet of yours? He's so adorable. What's his name? Munchie? What a cute name for a cute little fella. Well, Munchie, enjoy your stay.
That was awful. Dun 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 dun. And now we don't have to do voice acting.
You had enough, Mr. Calderasha, sir? I'm sorry, but I've got a business to run. This, haphazard fortune-telling of yours is costing me a fortune in free drinks.
Well, why are you the dummy giving him free drinks?
What? My fortune-telling? Haphazard? Are you a complete fool?
That's a hell of a Frank Zappa stash right there.
Let me tell you something for free. All fortune-telling is haphazard. What do you expect? Anyway, so what if I saw it? So what if I foretold the fire? If I tried to stop it, then what? It would only have led to another disaster. That's what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Calderasha, sir. I don't follow. If you're saying you knew about the fire, shouldn't you at least have warned Master Rylus?
You don't fuck with the future.
Yes, poor Rylus. How many times I argued with the old man. I cannot believe he's gone.
Always be nice, people. I'm one to talk. Never know what tomorrow will bring.
What? What is it?
I heard you were a fortune teller. Do you think you could tell me about this Rylus fellow?
You! Come, show your face to the great Calderas.
No.
Yes.
No. Bad touch. Uh-oh.
Quick! Quick! Everyone come quick! There's a monster in town!
Nobody could bother animating his mouth.
Ooh. Just come and see! The whole town's gone crazy!
Oh. This was HD texture pack. They probably figured it's an NPC. Why bother with their mouth? I don't blame them, to be honest with you. It's not like it needs to be animated. And it got dark very quickly. Oh, this is as fast as the character runs, by the way. It's actually not too terrible, to be honest with you.
What the?
Uh-oh.
This ain't good, Gov. Come on. Look lively!
Aww.
He looked at me. Oh, it's hideous.
I feel for Trude here.
Get out, monster! You're not welcome here!
That was right on the...
Ooh, the death glare. Well, we found out what we needed to, at least.
Well, that was a fine reception. Don't they realize who I am?
I'm the Juggernaut! Oh, okay.
Judging a book by its cover, don't they know it's what's inside that counts?
Yeah, you can say that again.
So then, did you manage to find Master Rylus?
Not really. Kinda. For sure.
What? He's dead? Oh, no, no, no! Well, I suppose there's no point crying over spilt milk. It's Dulmagus we're after. He's the one who cursed the princess and I, after all. He's the one who made us look so ridiculous.
Well, about that, Rylus was apparently killed by a jester.
I had hoped
we know any?
Rylus might be able to help us locate him. But it seems we'll just have to track Dulmagus down by ourselves. With Rylus gone, we have nothing further to gain from staying here. Let's be on our way.
Wait! Please wait. I'm sorry to come running after you like this. It's just that I wanted to ask you a favor.
I think I can talk to her if I go to the right place. Whatever. Before this, I
Not
mean.
afraid of me, young lady?
I dreamt about you. I dreamt that some people came to town with a strange creature. It was sort of halfway between a human and a monster. And I dreamt that they could make wishes come true.
This strange creature? Are you referring to me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Not to worry. I've had worse things said to me today. You know, you remind me of my Medea. You're about the same age. Anyway, you say you had a dream about me. Most peculiar.
I'm sorry. I haven't even introduced myself. I'm Valentina, daughter of the great fortune teller Caldarasha. If you could just come to my house, I'll explain everything there. It's by the well, at the far end of town. I'll be waiting for you.
And off she goes.
What was she rabbiting on about? Come round my house, she says.
You gotta turn this down?
Magnificent! She wasn't afraid to look at me at all, not one bit. Oh, she reminds me of...
Yep. Ah, son of a bitch.
my...
Well, something's gotta happen. And we get to close out the game again, and more than likely have to do all that all over again. Hmm. Close that real quick. Thank you. Well, I did save at the end, so it's basically... Let's just get back to where we were. Won't take long. What took the longest time was running around town and looking at things, so... Provided I can get to where I need to get to here. Well, with how finicky this is being, I am more than likely going to start auto-saving states. Alright. So as far as running around town and trying to find things, the big thing that I need to grab is just the shields, which I believe one was in the church, one was in the wasn't that far behind. Could actually probably just speed everything up. Let's see here. You know what? Chipmunk mode. Or not. Yep, chipmunk mode. Actually, is there something up here? Get out of the church and then we will do chipmunk mode. Did I already grab the pot lid? I might have already grabbed the pot lid. Or it's over there, actually. Nope, medicinal herb. Forgive me.
I'm sorry, but I've got a business call.
What? Let me tell you something. Anyway, so in order
We get back to where we were.
Yes, all right. What?
What the? This ain't good. Look, what, mate?
Oh, get out!
This is one of the positive things about emulators.
Well, judging a book by its so then, what? Well, it's Dual Magus we're after. I had hoped Rylus, but it seems we'll just with Rylus gone. We have enough.
Wait! Please wait. I'm sorry for running after you like this.
Boop, 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 boop.
I dreamt that some people came to town and I dreamt that.
This is strange.
I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Not to worry. Anyway, you say you had a...
I haven't even introduced myself. If you could just come to my hut by the well at the far...
What was she rabbiting on about?
She wasn't afraid to look at me at all. We must give this young girl a... Right then, my boy. Gilton. Me.
Okay. Now we're back to where we were. So that was annoying. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go and save at church, and then push a button on my keyboard, and hopefully that doesn't break things. Me thinks I'm gonna need to do a little cleanup of my hard drive. Get this working again. Okay, cool. So pushing a button did not break my PC. Not that time, anyways. So now do we want to run around town and, it looks like everybody actually locked their doors. Never mind. This is where I want to go anyways. I mean, I could, wake her up, but why miss the chance of looting her stuff and reading her books? It is a book entitled Monster Behavior. After many long years spent researching monsters, I have reached an unexpected conclusion. It appears that nocturnal monsters are far stronger than more vicious than their daytime counterparts. What an incredible discovery! Now I must redouble my efforts and fathom the secrets of monster biology. While there's some truth to that, it's only really a problem early on in the game. Once you start getting later and you start getting better equipment, you don't even notice the difference. So did I have the, I did not have a pot lid yet. Okay. Ugh. Hey, wake up. You told me to come see you.
Ah, you came.
Ew.
I'm so sorry. I must have drifted off. How rude of me. I wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning?
Yes, of course.
Of course. Let me explain. My father, Galdarasha, was once a really famous fortune teller. Lost treasure, missing people. There was nothing the great Galdarasha couldn't help people with. But then one day, he lost his powers. All of a sudden, nothing he foretold turned out to be true anymore. It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball. This glass ball isn't...
Valentina, what is going on here?
We're just waiting for you to perform Montana.
How many times have I told you not to touch my crystal ball? What? Aren't you that boy from the pub? What brings you here?
Your daughter, believe it or not. Not what you think.
I do not know what my daughter has asked you, but you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am. I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
I'm sorry about my father. But whatever he says, he's the one who's really suffering since he lost his powers. That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Can you find him a crystal ball? One that's big enough to bring back his powers?
I suppose.
Really? You will? Oh, this is exactly how it all happened in my dream. So far, everything's come true. I also dreamt that
Her
there's
nose
a
is
crystal
having
ball
problems.
hidden deep inside the cave, under the big waterfall to the south of town. I suppose only the daughter of the great Galdarasha could know a thing like that.
Braggart. Alright. So what sucks is we're not going to have that pot lid that I found earlier, because apparently all the buildings are now locked. And I'm pretty sure it was in one of the buildings. Not too big of a deal, but it would have been 10 gold when I went to sell it, because we gotta start getting into our first encounters, and if there's one thing with Dragon Quest games is... Am I going out the wrong way, I think? The one thing with Dragon Quest games is the fact that there's a lot of grinding.
I see.
One thing I have to do, basically, is A...
Magnificent! Such devotion to her
Now
father.
wait until he's done
I'm
talking.
impressed. Just how a daughter should be.
I have to make sure that I'm at least level 5 for the first dungeon. And I have to make sure that... 1 second. Hold on. I have to make sure I'm at least level 5 for the first dungeon, and I want to get a boomerang as quickly as possible, because the boomerang is going to help tremendously.
Galdarasha gets his powers back.
Especially early
There's
on.
nothing he can't find, am I right? Then we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If everything goes according to plan, we'll find out where that hateful Dulmagus is. The time's getting on. Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this. But you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow. In the morning, we leave for the Waterfall Cave.
Why'd you say it like that? You're gonna make me go right to the inn? Yeah, you are. Okay. Oh, now I can go and explore the houses again and see if I can find that pot lid. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been the inn. It was dark, so I can't be sure, but I think the little old man you came with in his wagon outside of town gates last night. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, have a safe trip. Oh, you know what? I never actually came up here. That's nice. Also nice. Also nice. It's a quarterly journal called The King of Adventure. Getting ready to head out on your first journey into this wonderful world of ours? Here's a tip for all you novice explorers. On your travels, always keep an eye out for treasure chests in unexpected places. Who left them there? Who cares? It's finding keepers in the wild world of adventuring. Think of them as divine gifts from the great goddess, placed just for you. In any event, you'll find plenty of interesting loot and treasure chests, so keep your senses sharp and your eyes peeled. Generally, anything you find on the world map is going to be better than anything you find in anywhere else. So yes, they're right. Keep an eye out. Oh, you're the ones that came looking for Master Rylus, aren't you? He was a strange one, that Rylus. Right up to the end. I mean, talk about a strange way to go. I'm convinced somebody bumped him off. Oop, I never said that. I always managed to put my foot in it. I always managed to put my foot in it. Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with me. Just can't stop learning things out. Antidotal herb. Medicinal herb. You look like you got something to say. Welcome to the Weary Wanderer, Fairbury's oldest inn. I'm here to make sure your travels are more comfortable and explain a few things. Any seasoned traveler will know it already, of course, but if you're only just set out, it might be useful. Would you like to hear it? Sure. Cross is a really useful button, and it lets you do all sorts of things, like chat to people and pick up or examine objects. You mean like I've been doing? Thanks. You can examine everything in this room just for using that one button. The wardrobes, the sacks on the wall, the treasure chests, the bookshelves, everything. Feel free to take anything you like. It's all there for the customers. Use Square if you want to look at the map. It's always useful when you're traveling to new towns and villages to have a look at the map when you arrive, just to get your bearings. Oh, and pressing R2 allows you to look at things through your own eyes. Press it again to switch back to normal. It's really useful if you want to examine things that are very close to you, or if you want to look down or up to the sky. And, that's all I can think of. That is about everything I can tell you, I think. There's lots more to learn, but I'm sure you'll work it out for yourself along the way. Don't forget the really useful buttons I told you about in the beginning, and enjoy your travels. So, yep, that does in fact do first person. My throat's starting to feel it, though, so I'm gonna stop talking to NPCs. Coins. Antidotal herb. If I recall correctly, IIRC, The item that I want, the boomerang, is 420 gold. So. Dogs are losing their minds. 20 gold coins. That'll be nice to go towards that. Oh, the pot lid's got to be in this building right here, because I think it's the last one that I've looked at. Coins. Maybe it wasn't. Plain clothes. Okay. Alright, fuck it. I'm not fucking gonna kill myself over it. It's 2 defense. Doesn't mean much in the long run. I do, however, want to look at... Alright, so it looks like south is actually the opposite door in which Jesus. In which I originally went through. So this would be the way to the waterfall cave, not the other one. Ah, Orgo. I was starting to think you got lost. Right, let's go to the waterfall cave and see if we can find that crystal ball. Medea and I will be right behind you. If you have any trouble, feel free to consult us. I'm sure there's nothing we can't solve if we put our heads together. And away we go. Yes, that's telling me how to heal. I know how to heal. But what we're really gonna do is go off the beaten path and do some exploring. I do have a Chimera wing, so I can just head back to town anytime I wish, but I'm gonna try to stay a little close to town for now. The lips are defeated. There's something I want. I don't know if I can actually open it, but there is something I want. A bunny corn appears. The one thing I do have to keep in mind, I don't have a heal spell yet, so I'm gonna have to use antidotal herb. I'm gonna have to use medicinal herbs if I end up low health. Oh, of course it is. Capsicums! Gotta love the names of the enemies. I think I might actually level with this one. 6. Yay! Orgo's level increases to level 2. HP by 3, stats improve, and Yangus's level increases. Now, the one thing that new Dragon Quest games do that the old ones did not do, and it's always been irritating to me, you do not get your health back when you level up. The newer Dragon Quest games, you do, and including the remake of Dragon Quest VIII, another knock against the 3DS version. Again, a quality of life thing, but for people who grew up the series and old school JRPG players, it's a little annoying. Oh yeah, and agility is just a suggestion in this game. Not so much so when you start getting to like the higher levels and higher speed. But agility is definitely more of a suggestion than a rule. Ends over here. I did not know he started working on that this early. Yes, for those unaware that there is an alchemy system in this game. So unlike other Dragon Quests where you basically just sold everything that you got that you didn't need, you want to hold on to it for the most part in this game. Which also makes getting gold a bit of a thing. Actually, while we grind, I'm gonna go and explore out this way. I don't have a map yet, do I? No, not been accessible world map. I do get one eventually. Pretty early on, too. Oh, no, don't do that. That was slightly annoying. I do have 3. Yeah, I gotta be careful of that thing. That right there is what we call a beginner's trap. This is also a beginner's trap. This is not gonna be a pleasant experience, this one. I have medicinal herbs, okay. Does Yangus have medicinal? He does not have medicinal herbs, but... Perhaps you're understanding why I need that freaking, that boomerang. Will you leave Yangus alone? I don't think I'm gonna go this way just yet. Fargo's level increases to 3. I think I get the heal spell, I do. Okay, good. Can't use it yet, because I don't have MP. But yeah, we're gonna go back to town, we're gonna heal, and... not try to go to for that treasure chest just yet. Five and 5. That battle with the bunny corns was not pleasant. Yep. What is my gold situation? 153. We've still got a ways. Goodness gracious. Let me go sell some of that equipment we have. Basically, these two things. That's 30 right there. In actuality, I could probably get away with some defense abilities, and then I can go exploring. It's been so long since I've played this game, I'm not 100% certain exactly, like, what's the best course of action, you know? Yes, I am. That's what I want right there. 420. Not even halfway there. There is an easy way to get it, though. It's just a matter of... can I make it that far? There's a side quest that I can do that'll get me a lot of gold. And I do want to do it. What would be nice is if I could find freaking seeds. Seeds increase your stat, which are good, but early on they're actually fit great because they sell for a decent amount of money for early on in the game. I think a strength seed is like 100 gold, which selling something for 100 gold at this portion of the game is actually very, very good. But you do miss out on strength, so it is a drawback. Or there is a drawback. Get rid of those first because they will cast sap. I haven't gotten a good enough fight to show off psyching up yet. Haven't run into a fight that could show off psyching up yet. When I do run into something that would be a good display of that for that, then I will definitely use it. There you go. That's what I don't like seeing, though. Hey, Sparks! How's it going? I apologize. I was kind of focused on not dying to that thing. Because Frizz is not good at this point in the game. Lunching. Yeah, I still have to do that. I've been trying to fast lately, so I haven't been eating breakfast. But I recently just there we go. Oh shit. that thing will murder me. See the life, good. Run. Sorry, I got really distracted by that. Figured I'd see if there was any flight entertainment. I'm guessing you mean light entertainment. Yes, I am definitely light entertainment. That's what the goddamn sure. Until I almost get eviscerated by a giant Godzilla-like with a creature with an axe. Come on. You're talking nonsense. Okay. Not quite sure what flight entertainment meant. But if it was nonsense, I can go with nonsense too. I'm all about nonsense. Alright, now this will be a good one to show off psyching up. So, how this works, we're going to attack a slime with this and we'll psych up with Yangus. How psyching up works is it basically powers up your next attack. One second. So now, I'll kill that slime, and Yangus may have enough power to take this thing out. Yep, there you go. And did twice as much damage that turn. And now we can take out the bunny cone with relative ease. That's pretty much all I say. Figure you know this from Cherry Streams. Yes, I know, I figured that you were a very nonsensical person. I am in the same boat, don't worry about it. And Orgo levels to level 4. Ooh, and skill points. Right. This is basically how you get most of your abilities in this game. I was trying to study the list and try to remember, but I could not find it before the stream. And now that I think about it, I think I'm just going to wing it. I know courage is definitely one you want to invest in, though, so that I can continue on. Yangus earned a 3. And Yangus... Yangus is a tricky one, because you want axes at full as quickly as possible, but you don't get a good axe for some time, so... I'm actually going to invest, I think, in... Oof. Fisticuffs, I suppose, then? I think fisticuffs. I want to point out that, unlike just about every other JRPG released around this time period, you cannot reset your skill points in this game. And his attack power increased by 5 while unarmed, so here's what we're gonna do. We are going to remove that. That's what makes it fun. That is true. Trying to study what you want to do and plan out and all of that, and then you end up planning out. You spread everything around, and you don't want to do that ever in any game. Knock it off. But now that I'm actually level 4, I'm actually gonna start exploring a little bit instead of grinding. A little bit. I got that seed of life. That's gonna sell for a decent amount, so I should be able to get a boomerang relatively quickly. Especially now that I can actually sell Yangus's club, so that'll get me a decent amount of gold. I don't think I can sell the hero's sword because I think it's a unique item. But if I can, I'll probably sell that as well. Because once I have the boomerang, there's no reason to equip that sword ever again. Alright, I'm at 236. Yangus's club is going to get me 55. That's good. Seed a lot. Oh, only 18? I'm gonna hold on to that then. What about 75? That's not gonna give me enough either. Alright. Well then, in this case, I think what I'll do, forego the boomerang for now. I'm gonna get some armor and work my way to that side quest I mentioned not that long ago. Because the reward for the side quest I can sell for a lot of gold, which will allow me to buy said boomerang for 420. There's one other thing I could do, but I don't think... I'm certainly not good enough to do it. I'm not a speedrunner, so... There is an enemy that'll actually give me something that'll that'll sell for 500 gold, but it's not easy to kill at this point in the game. Okay, so armor. Is this a remaster, or did it just look this good back then? No, this isn't the remaster. This is actually a fan-made HD texture pack. Without this, no, the game. I mean, it looks good, but you can tell it's a game from 2004. So, it is very blurry, to say the least. Alright, so we're gonna do a leather hat for Orgo. I wish they'd remaster this game, to be honest with you. I'm not talking on like the 3DS. The 3DS freaking... I'm not a fan of that one. I prefer this version, but... And I can buy one of these for both people. Yeah, my thoughts. What about remastering this game? I'm surprised they haven't. It's one of the most popular Dragon Quests outside of Japan. And it's not like Square-Enix is opposed to remastering a game over and over and over and over again. It's kind of their thing, actually. How many times has Kingdom Hearts been released? My thoughts that it looks too good to be original. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a pain to get this up and running like this, though. I almost streamed this looking at the blurred visuals, but I don't know. But I plan on buying it because I want to play through 1 and 2, and it's on Steam apparently. It is on Steam, and apparently it's not frame rate locked. So if you got a decent PC, you can get 120 frames per second. For those that care about that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna say I'm not one of those people. I am definitely one of those people. Satyr attacks. The hero with that sword is gonna be very, iffy. But our main goal is that waterfall right up there. Not only is that going to be the first dungeon, which I'm not prepared for yet, but the side quest is actually that house, which, another thing great about this pack, you would not be able to see that house in that clear detail without, this pack. It would be blurry as hell, but let's see if I can... Right up here. Which you probably still can't notice, unless I actually pointed it out, but... But because this is also a fan-made HD texture pack, I don't know what's gonna pop up in later areas, if everything's gonna still work. We've yet to find out together. My lunch is complete. You have fun here, Mr. Orgo. I will see you around. Take care, Sparks. I will likely see you, Cherry stream at one point on probably Saturday. I don't know when I'll be streaming this again. Possibly on Thursday, but... we'll see what happens. But have a good one. Getting that defense is actually... Getting the defense items actually wasn't a bad thing. I'm surviving a lot better than I initially thought. Oh, yeah, and there's that thing that I don't think I can actually fight yet. I could probably kill it when I get out of the next dungeon, which is the first dungeon. But right now, more than likely not. No, there's nothing over there. Da, da, da. Don't mind me just going through your bags. Thank you. I don't often get visitors all the way up here. Well, now that you're here, maybe I could ask you for a little favor. Okay. I'm only gonna say this once, so clean out your ears and get listening. If you go outside and look to a view from the top of the mountains, you should see a tree with red leaves. I had a bit of a kip there when I was out the other day, and it seems I left my tool bag behind. I don't expect you to do this for me for free, of course. I'll be able to give you a small reward. I'll be waiting here in my hut for you to bring it back. Try not to take too long. Yes, fetch quests! On the plus side, this game isn't littered with them. I think this might be one of the few. One of the few side quest versions, anyways. Anyways, that's the tree he's talking about. Looks like it's right there, doesn't it? No, I gotta remember how to get there now. Come down this way, I guess. Straight down there. Cross the bridge. I hope that's right. Dun 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 dun. I also want to keep an eye out for the chests too. I don't know if there's any on the way, but well, there goes all that defense I just bought. Keep going up this way, I will eventually hit the river, so there it is. Gotta get rid of those capsa chums, because they're just gonna do that, and I'm gonna have problems. Testing. Okay. You know what? I ain't done this in a while, so I'm only using save states as a means in case the game crashes. If I die or anything like that, I am not going to be reloading a save. Candy cats! Oh, they're so adorable with their vicious looking teeth. I almost feel bad about doing that. Why do I have a hunch there's going to be another river blocking me access to that tree? Yep. Shit! And maybe if I do that, you can make it out. And that looks like a sack to me. Fargo finds a tool bag and puts it in his bag. Yo, dog, I heard you like bags. Ah, there's another enemy. Also don't think I can actually fight that thing. I think the Slime Knight was the more difficult, was the easier enemy to actually, fight. My puppers are going nuts right now. Alright, let's get back to that cabin. I do not know what that was. Nope, not what I wanted. Don't mind me. I said forever. Well, whatever it was, it did not set off the cameras. Hi, horse. Look at my horse is amazing. Oh, it's nighttime. Now this is gonna be tricky. I want to get rid of that bubble slime. Because they're not doing a whole lot of damage, but that thing can poison, so I don't want that. Bracky is defeated. And Yangus is level 5. Sweet. And we got more skill points. Now I gotta actually find the freaking waterfall again. And Orgo's level is now 5. Cool, cool. Or more Psycho Essence. Psycho Essence. Wow. What is my gold? My gold now, so 164. So we're gonna run back to the hut, give the guy his bag back, and then fly back to town. At that point, between the stuff that I can sell that he gives me and all the encounters I just went through, I should have enough for the boomerang. And then I think next time we'll be able to do the first dungeon here. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Look at them big old BSLs. I mean, what? Oh, come on. The Draki suddenly attacked. Come on. There we go. I got your bag. What do you got for me? How did I do his voice? Ah, you found it. Let's see. I don't think that was it. Yep, this is the one. This is definitely my tool bag. He's Baku now. Thanks. I suppose I'd better give you that reward I promised. Hmm? Hey, you there. That little mouse you got there is no normal mouse. It's your pet, isn't it? Right. Here, have this cheese as your reward. Giving me cheese. Orgo receives 8 plain pieces of plain cheese and puts it in a bag. It may be plain old cheese, but that mouse of yours is sure to like it. And I could be wrong, but try giving it some next time he fights some monsters. You get into a fight with some monsters. You never know what might happen. Anyway, that's a nice noise for me. Thanks again for bringing my bag back. Now you could do that. And cheese isn't bad. But you can get much more use out of the cheese by selling it. So we We're going to dip into our bag and use the Chimera Wing to fly back to Fairbury. We are going to stop at the inn first so we can actually open these stores up. No, we're still working on it. Da, 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 da. Alright, now let's see the moment of truth. I think it's 200. Oh, it's just not enough. So fucking close. Oh, okay, that'll actually do it. That's not necessary right now. Alright, and... Yay, boomerang! Now we're going to actually leave. No, we're not going to leave town. We'll save it. I'll explain the boomerang next time, or go to a little length. Boomerang can basically hit all enemies at once. It's not single target like the sword, or fisticuffs, or club, or anything like that. Basically, you can strike every single enemy at once. There's only one other type of weapon that hits like that, and it's the whip. And that is a group, not all. I'll explain the difference between that later. But now we are going to call it. Ba 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 ba. Now I want to thank everybody for watching today. My next plan is to be here on Thursday for another session of this. Hopefully that happens. I guess it all depends on what work is like. Work lately on Wednesdays have been an absolute nightmare, but Thursdays haven't been so bad, so I decided to move my stream to then. We will see what happens, I suppose. But, anyways, take care all. I'll see you later. We're gonna actually do this, and just to be on the safe side. There. Bye-bye.